and take it if you want it. Come and take it if you think you can. Come and take it, but I warn you, you'll have to pry it from my cold dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the gangster of guns, the Mac Daddy of knives, the epic one, the Southern Republic is back. So, I'm finally actually on camera, letting you enjoy the beauty that is all this. That's right. I hope you enjoy the new intro music. I want to definitely take a shout out to Steve Voss. Dude is a hell of a musician. I've listened to some of his music, had a couple conversations with him. He was very generous enough to allow me to use his music for my intro, and I just want to give a shout out. Definitely go look up his music. The song from the intro music is Come and Take It by Steve Voss. It's in the iTunes store. You can download it. I've got it as the ringer on my phone. I've got it as a song on my iPod now. I'll even give you a little preview of the iPhone ringtone here. Let me see here. Where is the stupid thing? Sounds.
Come and take it if you want it. Come and take it if you think you can. Come and take it, but I warn you, you'll have to buy it from my cold dead hands. We want the freedom.
So that's what I'm talking about right there. I picked that up in the iTunes store as well. Very rarely do I actually, buy crap from iTunes, but I really believe what he was singing in that song, and like to support, artists when I really enjoy what they're doing and the message that they're putting out there. And Steve, if you're listening and watching this, thank you very, very much for what you do and helping getting the message out there to wake people up. So as the title of the video says, I'm taking a stab at this whole prepping thing. I've always kind of had that sit back and wait attitude when it came to prepping. I really was never kind of all that into it. I would watch Doomsday Preppers and I'd just be like, wow, those people are way crazier than I am. I mean, I know I'm crazy, but that was like a whole nother level of crazy with those people. But I've been thinking about it more, and I always kind of had this attitude that if, push came to shove, I'm trained with a rifle, I'm trained with a gun, I train a lot with my weapons. Push comes to shove, I was just going to come rob your ass and take what I need. But the more I think about it, the less I really want to do that. The more I want to actually be prepared to take care of me, my family, the ones that I love. You can see in the background I got the reloader setting up back there. I do a lot of shooting, so it's a lot cheaper to reload than it is to buy crap. Can't even find 9mm right now, so I got on the reloading. So I've kind of been reading a lot about the prepping thing, and I've found this kind of a list that I put together about prepping, and some lists that I've seen about how to kind of get into prepping. So I figured I'd take a stab at sharing with you what I've learned recently about prepping. And the first thing, it seems that first thing everyone says is make a plan. And I really understand that concept now. I always kind of was like, well, just go grab stuff here and go grab stuff there. And I've been kind of doing that, and I don't have much to show for it because I think I'm getting the wrong stuff. So the more I look at it, the more I'm kind of starting to take a plan approach about it, and kind of writing down the things that I have, making a list of what I have, what I need, what I would like, and seeing what's realistic in my budget. And that's the other biggest thing is, making a budget for yourself to understand how much of your paycheck you can allocate to the bills, to, food, to actually having a little bit of a life, and, then what you can allocate to prepping. And I'm not one of those people, I'm not just going to shut off my social life and just do nothing but spend my free money on prepping. I have a social life, I have a girlfriend, I do enjoy spending time with her, and I'm going to try to keep that aspect of my life too. The third thing is do your research. Really research the products that you're going to buy. And when I say that, it's, don't go out there and just buy crap willy-nilly. I've done that, and it doesn't always work. Trust me. I buy stuff that looks cool, and I get home and I use it, and I realize, oh, that was a piece of junk. I just blew another $35 on crap. That it's just going to sit and not get used now. So do your research, research the products. That's where YouTube is amazing. I can look up almost anything I want on YouTube and be like, oh, wow, that sounds like actually a really good product. Let me get that. make an EDC kit, an everyday carry kit. You guys have seen when I ride my motorcycle, I've got what's going on here? Cat, get out. Stupid cats. When I ride my motorcycle, I've got my Camelback um, bag, and I forget what the name of the stupid thing is. Uh, Camelback Hawk, or I think it's Camelback Hawk, or Hog, or I don't know. It's one of the Camelback ones that's in the military section. It's got the upgraded water bladder with the better water tube, and it's a really nice little bag. And I've got that packed out with the basics, medical kit, Swiss Army knives, multi tools, extra blade, extra mag for my gun. I stick my gun in there when I'm riding because I don't really like to have it, in my shorts when I'm riding. I always worry it's gonna fall out on the freeway or something stupid like that. So I have my EDC bags, and when I'm not, riding, I've got a little, I don't even remember, it's some little, like a little Condor EDC sling shoulder bag that I take with me. And it's kind of got just, a duplicate of what's in my riding bag. So that would be number 4, make a small EDC kit. Number 5 would be make a prepper book. And this is kind of what I was talking, getting back to that making a plan thing. I actually have a notebook, which I think it's out in the living room right now. But actually, went and just got just a cheap spiral notebook, like $2-3 at, some, I don't know, I think I got mine at Target. But a little $2-3 spiral notebook that I can kind of keep my notes jotted down in, when I come across stuff on the internet, I can print stuff out and, tape it in there. If you want to be a little more high tech, get a 3-ring binder and some loose leaf paper and, put it in there. This way you can hole punch and keep everything in order. But, make a prepping book, and this way you can kind of divide it and keep track of what you're doing. Like, have your section of the things you want, and then as you get them, check them off. Have a section of, like, how to do stuff, like how to build fires, how to, purify water, how to do this, that, and the other thing. And kind of make notes for yourself. There's a lot more than just going out and getting shit to being ready. You really kind of got to have the mental aspect as well as the physical gear to do the prepping things that you need. So the more knowledge you can contain in one book, the better off you are. The next thing is, and this is something I am the worst at, is keeping my car full of gas. I'm really bad about letting that needle get down almost to E before I go fill that bitch up. And a lot of these things I've been reading and it says, keep your tank full. Don't let it get below half a tank. If it gets down to half a tank, fill it up immediately. This way, God forbid anything happens, just even in daily life, You're like, oh crap, I gotta go do this, oh shit, I gotta get gas first. But so you don't have that feeling. And also too, when you catch the gas prices good, fill that bitch up. Because getting the most gas you can for the cheapest price you can right now is kind of a pain in the ass. Because I know right now here in Phoenix, the gas prices are like $3.60 something a gallon. They were freaking almost $3 like 2 months ago, and now they're almost $3.70 a gallon in some places. More around the country. Number 7, tying knots. I was in the military. I've fished. I've done some other stuff, so I have learned knots. But if you're not good at knots, it's okay, but learn. And if you have an iPhone or even an Android device, there is an app. Where is it? Called Knot Guide. I don't know if you can see it in my survival list. There's 2 of them. One was the free edition and one was the paid edition. It's called Knot Guide. And it's got this whole list of knots. I don't know if you can see any of that. There we go. You see, bend knot, bending knots, climbing knots, decorative knots, fishing knots, hitch knots, lashing knots. All kinds of different, rope techniques that you may need. And it's kind of cool because it's in my phone, it's on my iPad, and I can get to it if I ever really need it. But I also spend some time with some paracord and some other climbing rope that I have, trying to learn how to do some of the, just the basic knots to make sure they're always fresh in my mind. God forbid I ever need them. Building a simple get-home bag is the number 8 on my list. And a simple get-home bag, it could just be your EDC bag with a few extra things in it, which for me, the EDC bag, get-home bag, I kind of blended into the same thing because I have the same things I would put in a get-home bag, that I want in my EDC bag anyways, so that's kind of a 50-50 on it for me. You could have two separate, or you can have the one that's always with you. Number 9, practicing. You know, like I said, practice the knots, practice the skills that you're learning, practice the medical triage skills that you pick up watching, you know, channels like, I don't know, the Skinny Medic and those other people that all are talking about medical stuff. You know, practice this stuff. Number 10, something I really, really want to do is start a garden. I really would love to freaking start a small garden in my backyard and have, you know, just some different vegetables growing throughout the year. Maybe get a couple fruit trees back there. You know, you can do vegetable gardens pretty cheap. You know, a couple of 2x4s and a couple of bags of soil, you can make an above ground garden. This way you can actually start growing. If you're in a situation like me, my backyard is just the crappiest dirt that there is. And I doubt anything will grow in it. Nothing grows in my front yard, nothing grows in my neighbor's yard, everything they plant seems to die. So if you're going to do it, I mean, I think my approach is going to be an above ground garden where I'm going to go get some 2x4s or some 4x4s maybe, and kind of build a nice sectional, set it up a little bit, fill it up with some good soil, and then see what I can get to grow. You know? So number 11, learn about wild edibles, which is really cool, especially in the Southwest. There's not a lot. Other parts of the country probably have a lot of options for wild edibles. Here, we don't. So, you know, if you're in a part of the country that has a lot of wild edibles, learn about them. You know, I kind of got some online reading that I found about wild edibles of the Southwest, which would be California, Arizona, where I am, New Mexico, northern Mexico, maybe into Nevada and whatnot, of just the things that grow in nature that if I had to, I could eat and that wouldn't make me sick or, you know, potentially kill me. So, number 12, getting in shape. This is the biggest thing. As you can tell, I don't know if you can see this, I got a nice paunch going on, and, you know, I got up to about 290, and that kind of freaked me out because, you know, being in the military and an athlete in high school, you know, and you can see it right here. I hate watch, so I don't like being on camera. I'm like, neck fat. You know, I was always in really good shape. And, I got out of the military. I had a few injuries, which what medically, you know, put me out. You know, and then get a girlfriend that cooks, especially me. I like, you know, I like the dark skinned girls. Well, in Arizona, I like my brown skinned girls. You know, I got a really sweet girlfriend, Hispanic girl. Great cook. Great cook. And I gained a lot of weight. I met the girl, I was probably 250-ish. She sprung me up to almost 290-ish with her cooking in about 6.5, 7 months. Because everything she makes is fucking fried and double layered and double stacked and beans this and everything, all the bad shit I shouldn't be eating. And she makes great stuff, and I love it. But I had to ban her from the kitchen because I gained a ton of weight. And now I'm working to get it back off. You know, I was almost up to 290. I think it was 289 was my highest, and that freaked me out. You know, I went to the doctor, and doctor's like, dude, your blood pressure's through the roof. You freaking 289 pounds. You need to lose weight. And that kind of reality checked me. I was like, shit, I got high blood pressure? I'm only 30. Fuck. So I, you know, made it a point to lose weight. And, you know, he told me that in October, and it's February, and right now I'm down to 261 today. You know, I'm really proud of myself. I've dropped almost 28 pounds in about 4 months. And I'm trying to work out. You know, I went and bought myself a treadmill and cut a good deal on Craigslist. And I went and got it, stuck it in my extra bedroom here. And, you know, I'm trying to walk, you know, a mile or two every day, trying to get back into the jogging. You know, I've got a rebuilt knee, so it's kind of hard to just go from zero to running. So I'm trying to build into that. But, you know, I'm down almost 30 pounds. I'd like to get back down to like the 220, two teens area where I was when I was in really good shape. And then try to, you know, get back into the gym. You know, but being in shape, it really will help because God forbid the grid comes down, I can't get gas, I'm gonna have to walk a lot. And God forbid, you know, government shuts down, shit goes crazy. You don't want to be a fat dude running from gangbangers or crazy people trying to rob you. Fat guys are going to be the, the primary targets. Like, if you remember that, what was that stupid movie, Zombieland with Woody Harrelson. What was it? I think lesson number one, cardio. The fat guys all got killed first. So all the zombies were like fat dudes and stuff. And so a little skinny little fucker was running around the car getting chased by a zombie. And it's a point. He's got a point there. Cardio is important, and getting back in shape is really important. So, learning about, because remember when I was in high school in the military, I didn't know anything. I don't know anything about working out. Nothing. All I remember is I played baseball, I swam, so I was always in good shape because I was on a competitive swim team. I competed nationally outside of the high school circuit. We swam 7 or 8 miles a day. 2 workouts, 2 hours before school, 2 hours after school, 5 days a week, and 2 hours on Saturday. So I was swimming 40 to 50 miles a week. I could eat whatever the hell I wanted. I'd go to McDonald's after practice and chow down 3 Big Macs, 2 things of fries, have 2 big old sodas. I'll go the next morning at 5 in the morning. I'll burn that shit right back off. Then I went to the military. We were running, doing all that stuff, being deployed, that bullshit. You can eat whatever you want a lot of the time because you were always moving, doing stuff, working out, just doing physical stuff, physical aspects. And so I never had to care about that. And then I got injured. I fucked up my knee. I had a bad knee going into boot camp, and I really got hurt when I was in the military. And, my knee was the main issue I had, which is what pretty much ended my military career. And then I had 2 knee surgeries over the last 7 years being out of the military. And, I've got a mostly replaced, rebuilt knee now, and shit hurts, It hurt to get it done. There are bad days when it just hurts. Hurts to walk sometimes, and I don't like that. It does scare me that I'm gonna not be able to get back to a physical fitness level that I want to be at. So if you're like me and you're a big dude, I understand, but come on, brothers, we got to get in shape. That and looking sexy for the ladies never hurts. All right, so number 13, collect books. And this is something that's pretty good, pretty big. And you don't necessarily have to collect books. There's a lot of online resources that are free that you could just bookmark on your browsers, that you can go to. You can print that shit out, save it as a PDF, print it out, and put it in your prepper book that we were talking about earlier, where you can have all that at your disposal. Like me, I've got an iPad, I've got a Kindle, so I can download a lot of books that I can also get PDFs offline and download them to my iPad or my Kindle and have that with me anywhere I go, which is really nice. So, and then the next thing, and this is something I suck at this, I really do, is couponing. Getting the Sunday paper, getting the coupons out of the mailers that we get, the incessive friggin' mailers that show up in the mail. I honestly don't get anything in the mail other than bills and friggin' coupons. And I most of the time just take that shit, throw it out, go online, pay my bills, and then take the coupons and throw them the hell out and never look at them. And I look at how much I spend, and I did this, for 2 weeks. I got all the coupons out of the mailers. I got all the coupons out of the Sunday papers, and at work we get a paper every day, so I always kind of flip through it now. And I got all the coupons I could, and then I went shopping. And then the next week I went shopping and I didn't use the coupons and bought the exact same stuff both weeks. I bought the exact same. I'm really boring like that. I buy the same crap every freaking week, and I always eat the same foods. I'm just really picky. I'll eat anything most time, but if I'm cooking it, I'm gonna cook like the same things that are easy and fast and quick and I like. So I went and I bought all the stuff with coupons, and then I went the next week and I bought all the stuff without coupons. I saved $75 buying it with the coupons. $75. That's a couple new magazines, or, well, used to be a couple new magazines. A couple of boxes of ammo, some medical supplies, some this, that, the other thing, a new knife. I think it was, $60, $70 new nice knife. Or put that together 2 weeks, $150. That's a really good knife right there. I was wasting that $75 almost every week. Do the math. 4 weeks, that's, what's that? That's 150. That's $300 a month I was wasting because I wasn't getting the coupons and then going and using them. I mean, that's $300 a month right there, guys. Like, seriously, if you could have $300 extra dollars a month, what would you do with it? Would you save it up, go buy a new gun? Would you save it up and invest it into, maybe getting a new car, or doing some upgrades on your car, or getting some stuff done that you need, doing some stuff around your house, your apartment? You could do a lot with 300 bucks. You'd be surprised. So, couponing, it's really important. It's old lady, it's the crap you watched your mom do as a kid, and you're like, oh, come on, mom. So embarrassed. Mom's coupon at the cash register. You're sitting there going, oh, God, everybody's looking at us. But I know why she did it. Because she saved a lot of money. And so can you. So wake up and do it. Number 15, read blogs. Watch YouTube. Vlogs on YouTube, video blogs, vlogs, come on. Read blogs that people write, all these preppers on YouTube. I watch a bunch of them. And I'm trying to, kind of get my stuff in order. So I kind of will take you guys with me starting the prepping and try to kind of chronicle my prepping ways now and try to get it out there, going from nothing to, everything. The next thing is writing posts, just like I'm doing here. Like I said, I'm new to this whole prepping concept. Other than, stockpiling guns and ammo, that was prepping to me. Now I want to do the rest. So write your own blogs, do your own video, take a look at your own setup and put it out there, because you might come up with something that I'd missed, and I might watch your blog and go, holy shit, I want to do that. Or maybe I'll show you guys something that you've been doing and you missed, and you're like, damn, I like that. So we help each other with this whole YouTube thing, and that's kind of the goal here, is to kind of work together. And anyone who happens to be in Arizona or in the Phoenix area that watches this, please PM me, because I would like to try to get a YouTube, like a prepper group together. I know there's some bigger ones, but I'd like to kind of get maybe a couple military guys that have some weapons training. I don't like having to teach people how to use guns. I've done it a lot, but honestly, I want to have a couple people that I can rely on when, shit hits the fan, and we're back to back with our rifles, that I don't have to worry about what they're doing over there, because I know they got my 6. So if you are and you're in Phoenix, PM me and let's talk, and let's kind of see what we can get set up. Also, the other number 17 is stay aware. Always be aware of your circumstances and your surroundings. I'm one of those people, I go somewhere, I never like to sit with my back to the door. Never like to sit with my back to a crowded room. I always like to be able to see what's going on at all times. And it's not paranoia, it's just, if something's going to happen, I want to see it coming. I don't want to be surprised by it. So that's one thing. Always be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of what's happening. Don't live your life in your little happy-go-lucky bubble. Put your friggin' phone down when you're friggin' walking and pay the hell attention to what's happening. I see that all the time. I see people fucking walking around with their friggin' phones. It drives me nuts. Put the damn phone down. Pay the hell attention to what you're doing. And the last one here, number 18, practice home repairs. I happened to be lucky when I was looking for a house that the market was like at the lowest point, a couple years back. And I was able to get a really nice, relatively new house, very cheap. And there wasn't a lot I had to do with it. And there hasn't been much I have to do other than, just the most basic, upkeep, changing the air filters, getting the AC checked twice a year for summer, for winter. Just kind of the most basic things. But if you have an older home, keep up on your repairs. Keep up on that maintenance, Do that couponing. That's an extra maybe $100 to $300 a month you could have in your pocket that you could put into those home repairs. Keep your car in good order. Even if you have an old crappy car, keep it running. Take care of the repairs when they come up. Don't wait. I'm a huge procrastinator. I've done it for years. But I don't want to do that anymore. And because if you look what's happening in this world, it's much harder to buy a new car now. I don't have the extra money to go buy a new car. Thankfully, my car is only 6 years old, 5 or 6 years old, and I still have relatively low miles because I have a motorcycle too. But I've been very diligent about maintaining my vehicles that way. If, God forbid, shit does hit the fan, I'm not going to be worried. I know I can run that vehicle for a couple thousand miles, and I'm not going to have to worry about any issues, and I can protect myself, get away, save the people I need to take with me, and I'll be okay. So this is kind of where I'm starting, guys. This is my, first stab at the prepping. This is the list I've come up with. I hope it's helpful to you. I'm going to be kind of doing kind of a chronology of my prepping setup. I'm going to, the next video or two, maybe I'm going to kind of get an idea of what I talked about with that, getting that prepper book together, showing you the list of things I have, the list of things I want, the list of things I need to work on, and then kind of trying to, film that and give it to you guys. Like I said, if you find stuff that you think I can improve on, tell me, because if it's something I'm doing that I could do easier or better or faster or easier or cheaper, there's the word, cheaper, let me know, because I'm all about saving money, I'm a cheap bastard when it comes down to it. So, alright, as always, Semper Fi, have a good day.
So you best not cross that line. If you want this gun, you gotta come through us and take it
one shot at a time.